Gaylord, often known for its Bavarian Alpine Village theme, is one of the hubs of northern Michigan. Gaylord is one of the most popular areas in northern Michigan because it has amenities that you will simply not find in areas like Petoskey or Sheboygan. Hi, I'm Geno 𝐍𝐸, a local northern Michigan real estate agent specializing in helping you relocate to Gaylord. Today, I want to talk about all the things you need to know before purchasing a house in Gaylord. Anytime you're purchasing a house, the first thing you need to do is determine your budget. We always recommend to our clients to talk to a local lender that will help you determine what you can afford to spend on a home. Some of the key factors in how much you can spend on a home is how much you make, how much debt you have, how much savings you have in the bank, and also how many monthly payments you have in total. Also, your credit score is a key factor in determining your interest rate, which plays a large part in how much your monthly payment will be. The next thing we always recommend is to find a local real estate agent. Gaylord has a lot to offer, and it's imperative that you find an agent that can tell you about all of it. This is also important if you're not familiar with the area. Gaylord, by size, is a very large city, and the lifestyle and living conditions vary from the east side to the west side to the north side and the south side. And that's why finding the right agent to help you find a home that fits your needs is very important. Now, once you've been pre-approved, selected your real estate agent, it's time to start looking at homes. We always recommend in this market that buyers have a list of wants and a list of needs. When we work with our clients, we do our very best to make sure we find a house that has all of their needs and as many of their wants as possible. I'll be honest, with as few houses that are on the market today and as competitive as the market is, sometimes it's very hard to get your entire list of needs and your entire list of wants. So we always encourage our clients to focus on the needs more than the wants, and look at the wants as sort of the extras that we'll do our best to get them for you, but you may have to let one or two of those go. One thing my team is able to do is help you look at homes virtually if you're not located in northern Michigan. A lot of times a house will come on the market and my clients do not have enough time to drive all the way here from Detroit, Chicago, or maybe even further. What we do in this case is what's called a virtual tour, where we will Skype or FaceTime or Zoom call you from our cell phone as we walk through the house, and it's like you're looking at the house while you're there from the comfort of your home far away. It is very important that you have open communication with your agent. If you tell them you want to be in the country, but you would really consider being in town, you need to tell them that so they're making sure that they're sending you houses that meet your criteria. And we always say to start with a shotgun approach, which means to look at a large amount of houses and then take a rifle approach as you narrow down what you're the most interested in. Once you've viewed a bunch of houses, picked one that you like, the next step is making an offer. Now, a lot of times people come to us and they're intimidated by the offer process, but I'm here to tell you it's really not that scary. Things to focus on when writing an offer is price, how much deposit or good faith estimate you're going to put down, how long of a closing timeline, and if you're going to do an inspection, and how long your inspection timeline is going to be. There are some items that people aren't aware of that you can negotiate outside of the price in an offer. So you have the price, you have the fixtures, you have furniture, you have closing date, and you have occupancy after closing. Those are all items that myself and my team will help you navigate to make the best offer possible. Now, hopefully you make an offer and it gets accepted. I do want to warn you that it's very unlikely that the first offer you make is going to be accepted and allowing you to move forward. We're finding our clients right now have to write on 2 to 3 houses given the competitive market that we are in. Once the offer is accepted, we move on to the home inspection. The home inspection is for you to see issues with the house that you couldn't see during the showing. Things like the attic, the crawl space, the mechanicals, the wiring, making sure the foundation doesn't leak, there's nothing wrong with the roof. Those are the big items we look for during a home inspection. Now, once you've completed the home inspection, one of 3 things can happen. 1, everything looks good and you move forward. 2, there are some items that you negotiate and either get a credit or ask the seller to repair. Or 3, you can walk away from the offer and buy a different house. Once you and the seller have agreed to move past the inspection timeline, you move on to the appraisal. Now, if you're paying cash, there will not be an appraisal. But if you're getting a mortgage, the bank is going to want to make sure the asset that they're lending on is secured by the value of the house. Meaning they're not going to lend you $500,000 on a house that's worth $400,000. Now, don't freak out. With the market the way it is, we've had very few deals not match the appraised price. Now, you've made an offer, you've got it accepted, you've been through the home inspection, the appraisal came back fine, now you move on to closing. You simply show up with the amount of money the bank tells you to bring and a picture ID and sign the documents. Then once you've signed all the documents, congratulations, you're a homeowner. Now, you might think you've closed on the house, you've signed the documents, everything is done. Now you're almost there, but there's a couple of things left to consider. One, you may have had to give the seller possession after closing. That usually runs from anywhere from a week to a month, which allows the seller time to move out of the house and give you possession. Also, a small tip that you want to consider is make sure you switch the utilities over. My team does a really good job of giving you that information ahead of time, so it's not a fire drill at the last minute, but you're going to want to make sure that you are in control of the utilities when you own the home. In conclusion, the home buying process in Gaylord is very similar to other areas in northern Michigan, and it really boils down to a couple of key points: finding your budget, picking the right real estate agent, and selecting a home that works for you and your family. If after watching this video you would like to make a move to Gaylord or anywhere in northern Michigan, please reach out to me directly at 231-487-6141. And for more videos like this and all things northern Michigan real estate related, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you think we've missed anything, please drop a comment below.